This meeting is being recorded.
For problem 9 in chapter 14, we're asked to take a look at these 6 spectra shown here, so A through F, and then identify whether or not it will be consistent with the structure of an alcohol, carboxylic acid, or neither. And then we're asked to give a brief explanation for each. So let's take a look at spectrum A here, and what characteristic stretches do we see? Well, we definitely see a broad signal in this region here between 3200 and 3600, right? So about here to here, and that is characteristic of an alcohol. So we would say that this first spectrum is that of an alcohol. Let's take a look at B here. So B, this lacks a broad signal above 3000. So in this region here. So we would say that this will be neither, because we know that both alcohols and carboxylic acids have a signal in this region, so above 3000. So that brings us to our spectrum C here. So now we see in this region from 20, let's see, down here, so extends all the way to 2200 or so, right? So somewhere in here, all the way down here. So this is characteristic of an OH stretch of a carboxylic acid. And we also see this carbonyl stretch here. So this CO stretch and then the OH stretch. Both of these would indicate a carboxylic acid is present in these this spectrum. Let's take a look at spectrum D. So again, this lacks any broad signals above 3000. So we would say that this would be neither a carboxylic acid or a alcohol. Let's take a look at E here. So what we see is this broad signal, once again from 3100, we could say somewhere in here to about 3600. So this would again be an alcohol, OH stretch shown here. And in our last compound, you can look at this shape here specifically, but again, we see this broad signal, anywhere from 2200 up to 3600 or so. And again, this is characteristic of a carboxylic acid OH stretch. And this here is around 1700 is characteristic of the carbonyl stretch. So our last compound here is once again a carboxylic acid.